Webhacking.kr challenge, and the challenge that I'm going to be doing today is going to be called Old 24. So with Old 24, this isn't what you usually get at the beginning. If we check like well, I can't check it right now because with this challenge exposes your IP, so that's why I didn't want to show this challenge. For the most part, I don't want to do this, but I found a way around this that I'm able just to go look at the source code first. So I guess you just have to believe what I'm gonna say right now. So anyway, let's get started. So we're back with these challenges. So we'll see right here. So we have two functions: extract. It looks like it's extracting server and cookie. And first, what we want to check is how do you solve this challenge for the most part. So to solve this challenge, all we need to do is basically go all the way right here where it says solve 24. So I guess to solve the challenge, what needs to happen is IP needs to equal to 127.0.0.0.1. And if you guys don't know what this address is, I can just look it up on Google. Just copy this right here. It's the local host. So basically home. So what do we have right here? So so let's go back beforehand. So right here is it's out here showing the IP address and exposing it out, IP and agent. And again, we have user agent. I guess let's go with the agent. But right here, this is where it gets interesting right here. So we want to know where IP gets set. So IP gets set in remote address. But where do they get the remote address from? They get it from the extract function. So what is exactly our extract PHP functions? Extract. So extract. I want to see it here. Is to import symbols taking variables containing an associated array returned by import variables into the current symbol table from an array. So I guess it's for importing stuff. And I guess what we're importing here is from our server value. So what does this mean? So if you guys don't know, for the most part, right here, if you do command I, oh no, not command I. Control I, and they'll go and inspect. And if I just go on debugger, on network, on storage, and if I just enter a new value right here called let's call this remote address. Oh, Control C or the Command C? I always forget with Apple. Remote address. So now I set a remote address right here. You see it right here. Now, what if I set a random values too? So what if I set it to like 556.23.2.1? If I set it like that, and then if I refresh this, for the most part, when we go to storage, and then cookies, and now if I go to the actual challenge right now, hopefully it shouldn't expose my IP, but I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. See, look, I set my client IP, which is 5623.2.1, which is whatever if I go Control I or Option I, wait, inspect, inspect, and then I go to memory and go to storage. We see that on my remote address, whatever I set right here, which was 5623.2.1. But right here, that's the IP value, and the IP value is being printed out. So we know that we could control the IP value if we change it through the cookies, through the cookie value. So what do we want it to be? We want it to be 12.0.0.1. But what happens? So every time we see this little, like, I guess, filter where it says it replaces every dot with a 2 dot, every no space with a 12, everything. If it sees a 12, it takes it off. If it sees a 7.1, it takes it off. Wait, let's just be sure what this does for the most part, because even I'm getting confused. String replace. So string replace, it replaces searches, and then it replaces. So this function returns a string with the search string to replace. Output F is because A is. Let's look at this, because okay, world Peter hello world, replace the characters world and the string hello world with Peter. So it replaces world with Peter. In our case, what it's doing is replacing double dot with dot, 12 with space. So what we want to do is so we get this 112. What we want to have is 1.0.0.0.1. So we have that. Yeah, so that's what we want to have. So we check right here, double dot gets replaced with a single dot. That's what happens. Right here, there's no double dot, so we don't have to worry. But 12 gets replaced with blank. So what do we do right here? The 12 gets replaced with like a blank, so it becomes that. So how do we fix this? So what you need to know is that this only does it one time only. So if I could place a 12 right here in the middle between these two 12s, once it goes again, it's just gonna replace the 12 right here. So it's just gonna be 112s. It's gonna be like that. So if I put 12 right there, we should be fine. And there's no other occurrences of 12. Now 7.1. So 7.1 will be taken off. So what we need to do is put a 7.1 right here. And now we see right here 7.1 gets replaced and taken out. I think all we need to do right here is just place like 2 dots. I think. Now 0.1. 0.1 appears 2 times, so we do 0 dots. Then dots again. I could be wrong. 0 dots. I guess if we try this, let's see, hopefully nothing bad happens. See if I just refresh this. And then if I refresh this value. Oh, we're off by 1. So cookies. Okay, so let's see, we got 127.0. So it's between the 2 zeros, I guess, right here. So is it just another dot? And now we just put another dot right there at the end. So I'm assuming it goes something like this. So if we do that, we should get solve challenge. And we get, yeah, so we solve this challenge because it's asking us to log in. So yeah, for this challenge, for the most part, I guess you just gotta like eyeball it for the most part and understand what's going on with the cookie value. Looks like the cookie value is being extracted from the remote address from right here. So any of the cookie values I was mentioning right here, if there was a value called remote address, that's where you could plug in your like your query or your IP, and from there you have to manipulate it, so it just bypasses this. And like I was saying, this again, this only does it one time, so it's not like it's recursively checking. For the most part, it only does the check one time, and that's about it. So I guess that's the vulnerable part. I guess if you want to make this even more secure, it has to be like, I guess, in a looping manner that has to keep on constantly checking every single time for the most part. But this only checks it one time. So if you check right here, we get login please, because we solved this challenge. But anyway, that was about it for this challenge video. Hopefully you guys learned something new today. I know I did. This is a pretty fun challenge. Haven't done hacking videos like this in a while. And yeah, thank you for your guys' patience. I'll be dropping probably more videos later on this next week, or until I get more settled into my new spot. But anyway, hopefully see you guys in the next one. Peace.